Myself Ushashri. Now I am going to discuss about Module 2 Analog and Digital Electronics. The first topic is what is analog electronics? Is an electronic system where signals change continuously. Analog signal is a signal whose amplitude can take any value between the given limits. A continuous signal, that is analog circuits operate on this. Now coming to digital electronics, it is a field of electronics involving the study of digital signals. Digital signal is a signal whose amplitude can have only given discrete values between defined limits. These digital circuits operate on digital signals. Now coming to clock. Clock is a periodic rectangular waveform used as a basic timing signal. From this we can calculate the duty cycle, that is duty cycle for a periodic digital signal is, it is the ratio between high level time, that is on time, high level time, and the ratio between low level time, that is off time. Low level time is off time. This total on time and off time is said to be period. This is on time, we call it as TH high, off time TL time, low time. Total this is said to be period. From this we can calculate the frequency. Frequency is equal to 1 by time period, total time period. Now duty cycle, that is duty cycle is calculated as duty cycle for high H is equal to TH divided by total time T. Same as duty cycle for low is calculated as TL divided by T, total time. This is how to calculate the duty cycle. Now we'll see what is a digital circuit. It is having one or more input signals but only one output signal is called a gate. It is having one or more inputs. You can give any number of inputs but output is only one. Logic circuit is a design of switching or any kind of two-state circuit, that is on state, off state. We are having here basic gates, universal gates. We'll see what is basic gates. The basic gates are NOT gate. It is said to be inverter gate, OR gate, AND gate. These are the three basic gates. First we'll see NOT gate. A gate with only one input and the output is complementary output. That is, this is the logic diagram for NOT gate. Only one input. Input is A and output is inverted output. This is the NOT gate. And the truth table is A. If A is 0, Y output becomes 1. If A is 1, output becomes 0. Is what the inverted output. Now coming to OR gate. A gate with 2 or more inputs but output will be only 1. It is high. This is represented with OR gate logic diagram. This is the logic diagram and the symbol used is plus. And the two inputs A, B and the output is Y. So Y is represented as Y is equal to A plus B. y is equal to a plus b. Now we'll see the truth table, that is a, b are the inputs, combinational bit values 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. For this, we'll see what is y, output y, that is a plus b. Or that means if both the inputs are low, then the output will be low. Otherwise, for all other cases, it will be high, 1. Now we'll see the AND gate. Again, this gate is also consisting of 2 or more inputs, and output is high only when all inputs are high. Logic diagram for AND gate is, here we are considering 2 inputs A and B, and the output is Y. And the symbol how we'll represent is dot. Y is equal to A dot B. Truth table A, B 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. When the output becomes high is when all the inputs are high, then the output is high. So, remaining all cases 0. Only when 2 inputs are high, 1, 1, the output will be 1. This is about the basic gates. Now we'll see universal gates. Any logic function, that is logic circuit, can be implemented using only one kind of gate, then such gates are said to be universal logic gates. These are NAND gate and NOR gate. These two are said to be universal logic gates. The representation, that is OR symbol plus, okay, and NOR means bar. So y is equal to, if we are taking two inputs A, B, A plus B whole bar is said to be NOR gate expression. And the logic diagram for this is OR bubbled with output A, B and Y. That is, this bubble is nothing but NOT, OR plus NOT. So this is the NOR gate. And truth table A, B OR gate inverse. That is, for OR gate, if both the inputs are low, the output will be low. Coming to NOR gate, if both the inputs are low, then the output becomes high, and for remaining all other cases, it will be low. Now we'll see the universality of NOR. That is, how this NOR can be taken as NOT gate, can be working as AND gate and OR gate. See this, input A is given for NOR gate, that becomes A bar, inverted output. Okay, so this is working as NOR as NOT. Now we'll see OR. When you give 0, okay, one input, that means both are 0, so the output will be 1. A for both inputs, so it becomes 1. When you give 0, 1, and when you give 1, that means both inputs are high, automatically the output is 0. Okay. how to check the values. Now we'll see for OR. Okay, this is NOR connecting to NOT gate. Already this NOR is working as NOT gate. So draw that single input NOR gate. Now we'll check the truth table. Now this Y output is equal to A plus B. Okay, we'll consider two inputs A, B. Suppose for example 0, 0. Okay, the output becomes 1. 1 is given, the reversed output is 0. So, OR output. Next, when we give these all three cases, this will be again inverted. So, we'll get 1. So, it is working as OR. Now, we'll check for AND. A inverted input, B, and these two are again connected for NOR gate. So now this becomes output Y is equal to A dot B. That is checking for AND gate. What is the AND gate is? If both the inputs are 1, only then Y becomes, that is output becomes 1. Okay, we'll check. 0, 0, that means output here 1, 1. 1, 1 means for this NOR 0. Next 0, 1, that becomes 1, 0. 1, 0 for NOR gate 0. Next 0, 1, 0. 1 becomes 0 here and here 0 becomes 1. So 0, 1, again the output is 0. Now we'll check the last case, that is 1, 1. Okay, when you give 1, 1, the output for this is 0, 0. 0, 0 is inputted, output becomes 1. That means AND gate is satisfied. So this is said to be universal gate. We can construct any basic gate by using this NOR gate. Same as NAND gate. NAND gate is also said to be universal gate, and we can construct all the basic gates by using this NAND gate. Same procedure. Okay, you can do this. We'll see what is NAND gate. That is Y is equal to A dot B whole bar. The symbol is, that is logic diagram, two inputs and with bubble A, B, Y is equal to A dot B whole bar. Now we'll see the truth table. A, B, Y. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. NAND gate. That is for, actually for AND gate, if both the inputs are high, output will be high. The reverse case is NAND. So this becomes 0, and for all other cases the value will be high, 1. And you can check the universality like this using the NAND gate. This is about basic gates and universal gates. Now coming to next gate, exclusive OR gate. This gate with two or more inputs and output is high only when the number of high inputs is odd. If the high inputs ones or odd number, then the output becomes high. Otherwise, this will be low. Okay. This is Y is equal to A exclusive OR B. The logic diagram This is the symbol. A and B are the inputs and we'll get Y here. Okay. Now we'll see the truth table. A, B, Y. Odd number of ones. See these two cases. Here we are having odd number of ones. So we'll get high output, and for remaining two cases we'll get low output. And same as exclusive NOR. Exclusive NOR gate. This gate again it is having two or more inputs and the output is high only when the number of high inputs is even number, reverse. So bubbled with exclusive OR is exclusive NOR. Here you need to use bubble and the symbol is this with bar. That means Y is equal to A exclusive OR B whole bar, not. Okay, inverted output. So now the truth table is A B Y 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Now the truth table, that is even number of high inputs. Even now number of high inputs is, this is the even number of high input. Here there is no ones. So here this becomes even and this becomes even. So high output, and remaining two cases the output will be low. This is about basic gates and universal gates. Realize the given equation, that is y is equal to AB plus C. AB here and this is OR gate. So take one AND gate and give the input A, B and take one more input, that is C. AB output is ORed with the input C. So this becomes the Y. This is the realization, and you can draw any expression or equation. This is the realization of how to draw the logic circuit using basic gate. This can be drawn by using universal gates, that is using NOR and NAND gate. Now we'll see what are all the laws of Boolean algebra. Laws of Boolean algebra. In this, here we are having the operations with 0 and 1. That is idempotent law. Idempotent law. That is x plus x. If both the inputs are same and ANDing, ORing, then we'll get the same. Same as x and x becomes x. Involution law. That is, take an input is inverted by using bar. Again if you invert, we will be getting the same as output. Next is complementary. That is, x is an input, ORing with x bar inverted, input with inverted OR gate, then you will get 1. If you do AND operation, then we'll get 0. Next, commutative law. that is two inputs x and y, or in you can do either x plus y, plus is nothing but, or same as it is equal to y plus x. Using and, x and y is equal to y and x. Associative law. Associative law, that is x plus y plus z is equal to x plus y plus z, or you can take it as x plus y plus z. Same when you apply and, xy and z is equal to x into yz, or this is also equal to xyz. Distributive law. X into y plus z is equal to x into y plus x into z. X plus yz is equal to x plus y into x plus z. Now, De Morgan's law. That is x plus y whole bar is equal to, this becomes x bar into, this or becomes and y bar, same as x and y whole bar is equal to x bar or y bar. The operation will be changing and to or, and bar is applied for both the inputs. These are the laws of Boolean algebra. Now we'll discuss about combinational circuits. These are made up of different types of logic gates. The output of combinational circuit depends on the values at the input at any given time. The circuits do not make use of any memory or storage devices. Okay, now we'll see minterms. What is a minterm? A minterm of n variables is a product of n literals. Here the literal is a variable or its complement. You can take a variable or a or its complement, a bar. It appears exactly once in either true or complemented form, but not both. That means either we'll get a or a bar, but not both at a time. Same as max term. Max term of n variables is a sum of n literals. This is product of n literals, and here it is sum of n literals, in which each variable appears exactly once in either again true or its complementary form, but not both. Now we'll see how to represent this using three variables. Okay, the variables we are taking a, b, c, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the minterm representation, here these are represented as with small letter m. So first 0 is represented as m naught, and this is written as 0 means low, so inverted value a bar, same as b bar, c bar. Next m1 is represented as a bar, b bar, c. m2 a bar, b, c bar. m3 a bar, b, c. m4 a, b bar, c bar. Because a value is 1, so no need to invert. B and C are zeros, so inverted values a bar, c bar. m5, that is a, b bar, c. M6 is written as A, B, C bar. M7 is written as A, B, C. Same as it is, the max terms are represented with capital M, okay, and M0 is written as A, but here this 0 is negative logic, so it is written as A instead of A bar, and using OR symbol here, this means here AND symbol, okay, dot, and here OR symbol, A plus B plus C. Same as all the values were written A plus B plus C bar. M2 is equal to A plus B bar plus C. M3 is written as A plus B bar plus C bar. M4 is written as A bar plus B plus C. M5 is written as A bar plus B plus C bar. M6 is written as A bar plus B bar plus C, and M7 is written as A bar plus B bar plus C bar. This is how to represent max terms and min terms. Now coming to SOP, that is sum of products. That is min term expansion. We call it as min term expansion or sum of products or sum of products. That is a Boolean equation, that is logical sum of logical products. This is the logical sum of logical products, is the sum of products. That means the expression, that is the equation, applies and or circuit. And or circuit. Same as coming to POS, this is max term expansion or this is said to be product of sums. Okay, this is logical products of logical sums. Logical product of logical sums. And this equation applies or and circuit. Okay, now we'll see the circuit. Combinational circuit. Here considering three inputs A, B, C and the function f is the combinational circuit. These functions were represented as y is equal to small f of a comma b comma c is equal to, if suppose this equation or expression is SOP, it is represented with summation sum of small letter m and the terms. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. That means for this terms the output will be high and for remaining 0. Same this can be written in terms of POS, that is pi of capital M max terms. Capital M, and what are all the remaining terms here, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, this is how to write the SOP and POS. For example, if the truth table is given as A, B, C, F is said to be SOP, F bar is POS. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If suppose the truth table is for F 3, 0, 1, 2 are low and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are having high values, then F bar, that is POS, becomes low values becomes high and high becomes low. How to represent this? Min terms. For this, min term is, these are all the min terms. So min terms were written as, okay, this is one output. So we can write this min term as A bar B C, because A value is 0, B 1, C 1. So it is written as A bar B C, comma, next one A B bar C bar, next A B bar C, next one A B C bar, and last A B C. These are all the min terms. Now the expression, that is SOP, written as function of A comma B comma C is equal to summation of M of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the function F is, this is A bar B C or with A B bar C bar plus A B bar C plus A B C bar plus A B C. This is the function, and by this we'll get the SOP, that is min terms 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now from this truth table again we can write the max terms. Max terms are, now we need to consider ones, that is 0 is taken as A, again 0 B, 0 C. So this is written as A plus B plus C, and next A plus B plus C bar, next term is A plus B bar C, B bar plus C. These are all the max terms for this. Now we can write this POS as function of F of A comma B comma C is equal to pi of capital M of, okay, the max terms are, this is 0, 1, 2. So 0, 1, 2, and the function is written is A plus B plus C into A plus B plus C bar into dot plus A plus B bar C. This is the POS. Okay, now we'll see incompletely specified function. This is nothing but, in this we can use, if suppose not specified, for a boolean function whose output is a don't care for at least one of its input combination. For any one of this combination, the output becomes don't care, either for F or f bar. That is said to be incompletely specified function. Now we'll see one of the example truth table for incompletely specified function. Is Boolean function whose output is at least for don't care for at least one of its input combination, and it is represented with x. Don't care is represented with x. Now we'll see the truth table, that is a, b, c, and the function, that is output. For example, any one of the combinational input output should be 0. Take this example: 1 don't care, 0 1 0 0 don't care, 1. This is specified as incompletely specified function. We call it as incompletely specified function. Now, how we'll write this truth table as SOP? That is f of function of a comma b comma c, 3 variables, is equal to SOP sum small m of, okay, where we are having 1, output 1, here for 0, 3 as well 7. So 0 comma 3 comma 7 plus don't guess. Here we are having 1 and 6 are the don't guess. That means these can be used as 0 or 1. Don't care means you can consider this don't care either 0 or 1 according to our requirement. So it is represented as sum of d of, okay, the number is 1 comma 6. POS, we can write the POS as f of a b c is equal to POS pi of capital M of, now where 0 is existing, that is number 2, 4 and 5. So 2 comma 4 comma 5 plus don't care, same, but here we need to represent POS dot, okay, into pi of, okay, because don't care this is POS, so pi of capital D. Here we are using small d and here you should use small d, and the numbers are same, 1 and 6. Okay, this is how to write the SOP and POS. Now we'll see an example for minimization of SOP expression. Okay, take an example. Minimization SOP expression. Okay, for example, the function is f of a comma b comma c is equal to sum of 1 2 5 6 7. This is the given expression. Now how will we can minimize this? That is f is equal to, this is written as, okay, 0 means a bar b bar c bar, plus 1 means a bar b bar c, plus 2 means a bar b c bar, 5 1 0 1, that means a b bar c, plus 6 a b c bar, 7 a b c. This is the SOP for this given terms 0 1 2 5 6 7, 0 1 2 5 6 7. Okay, now we should take a common, okay, that is from these two terms we can take a bar c bar, a bar b bar common. So c bar plus c, c bar plus c Using complementary law, okay, C bar plus C becomes 1. Next, from this, and this, take B, C bar common. So, we can write A bar plus A. This becomes 1. And from these two, take A comma C common. B bar plus C. B. This becomes 1. Now the expression is A bar B bar plus B C bar plus AC. This is how to minimize the given SOP. Same as we can minimize POS. Minimum product of sum expression. For example, the given function is 4 variable, that is pi capital M of 5, 7, 6, 14 to 10. Okay. This is written as A plus B bar plus C plus D bar means 5, 1, 0, 1. Okay. 1 here we are representing with bar. So, this is the 5. Same as 7, A plus B bar plus C bar plus D bar 1, 1, 1, 7. And 6, A plus B bar plus C bar plus D. Next 14. 14 means 1, 1, 1, 0. 1 means here A bar plus B bar plus C bar plus D. Next 2. 2 means 1, 0. So, A plus B plus C bar plus D. 2 into 10 means 8. 1, 0, 1, 0. A bar, 1 is represented A bar plus B plus C bar plus D. This is how to write the POS expression for a given function. This is the given function. Now, from this again, we can take the common. Okay. From this 2, we can take A bar, B bar plus D bar common. Okay. From this 2, A plus B bar plus D bar common. So, C into C bar, that becomes eliminated. That is, using the theorem, that is x plus y bar into x plus y becomes x. That means here x is the same, it is not changing, but y bar is changing to y. So this becomes x. Same in this, if you take A plus B bar plus D bar, A plus C bar plus D bar. So here C is changing to C bar. So this becomes A plus B bar plus D bar. Same as from the next 2 terms, considering this and this. Okay. It combines. See here A changing to A bar. So remaining B bar plus C bar plus D is remaining. Next, when you combine these two, okay, so remaining terms are A is changing, so B plus C bar plus D. Okay. Again by these 2 terms, that is B is changing, B bar to B, and C bar plus D is remaining. C bar plus D. So finally this is the minimized expression for POS. Karnaugh map, K-map. It is one of the method to simplify the given function. This method is faster and easier to apply other than other simplification methods. So we are using this. This is simple and faster compared to other methods. Okay. By using this K-map, now we'll simplify the expressions. In this again we are having different variable K-maps. That is, K-map of a function specifies a value of a function for every combination of values of the independent variable. Here first we'll take 2 variable K-map, 3 variable K-map and 4 variable K-map. Now we'll see 2 variable K-map. In this, the number of cells in variable of K-map becomes 2 variables, okay, 2 power 2, that is 4 cells. That means this is the 4 cells. And the variables we are representing here A, B. First you need to take one is complementary value A bar and another is A, same as B bar, B. Now here the cell numbers, that is depending on the values, that is A bar, B bar, that means 0, 0. So this cell number is 0. So 0, 0. Next A bar B, that means 0, 1. So the cell number is 1, 0, 1. Next is, this is A1 B bar 0. 1, 0 means cell number 2. Next A, B, both are 1 values, 1, 1, that means 3. These are all the cell numbers. Now for example, if suppose the given function, that is y is equal to f of a comma b is equal to summation sigma m of 2 comma 3. For example, this is the given example. That means for 2 and 3, that is 2 term and third term, will get output high. So place this in K-map and then minimize. A bar A, B bar B. Now where is 2? This is the cell number 2. And next this is the cell number 3. And for remaining cell numbers, place zeros. Okay, this is a K-map. Now we'll see 3 variable K-map. Here 3 variables means you can take one variable one side and 2 variables other side, or 2 variables one side and 1 variable the other side. Both you can. This is called as row wise or column wise. You can take any one. Okay. So this side, okay, we are having 4 cells. So 2 variable combination. A bar B bar, A bar B, A B, A B bar. This side only one variable C bar and C. Same as when you come to this is a column. So you need to write only one variable at one side A bar A, and remaining two variables B, C on the other side. B bar, C bar, B bar, C, B, C, B, C bar. Now, the cell numbers, again you need to check the values of A, B, C and place the values. That is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, the 4 becomes this and 5, 6, 7. These are all the cell numbers. Same as when coming to here, this becomes 0, 1. Leave one column and go to here. This becomes 2. Count this. If you have any doubt, you can check this. 0, 1, 0. So this becomes 2. Next 0, 1, 1. So this becomes 3. Now 4, 5. Again leave this. 6 and 7. This is the cell numbering. And for example, if you can take any function SOP, you can place the values in your 3 variable map. For example, here the function y is equal to f of a comma b comma c is equal to summation m of 2 comma 6 comma 7. This is the example taken. That means 2, 6 and 7 becomes 1 output and remaining all other values or becomes 0. Low values. So 2, 6, 7. Where is the column number 2? Here. And 6 here, place 1 and 7. Okay. Remaining all you need to place zeros. And when you come to column wise, same again. 2, okay, 6, 7. Remaining cells values 0. Now see the 4 variable K map. Same as this 4 variable K map is, that is, you can write 2 variables one side and remaining 2 variables on the other side. Okay, I am writing, taking A, B this side, A bar, B bar, A bar, B, A, B, A, B bar. And this side, C, D, 4 variables, A, B, C, D. So, C, D, C bar, D, C, D, C, D bar. These are all the remaining 2 variables on the other side. Okay. Again, we can take one example. The function no. See here the cell numbering. Before going to example, cell numbering 0. Okay. 1. Next leave 1. Go for this 2. 3. Next 4. 5. Leave 6. 7. Now leave one row and name it as 7, 8, 9, 10. Still 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Now example, y is equal to f of a, b, c, d, 4 variables, summation m of given example, that is we can take any number 1, 6, 7. That means 1 in the cell number 1 the value becomes high, as well 6 and 7. Remaining all this will be 0 values. Now coming to minimization of a given expression, that is SOP, or you can take POS also, you can minimize by using K-map. Okay, here again we are having, that is how to group the adjacent variables. Okay, here how to group is, if suppose we are having 3 groupings, pair, quad and octet. These are the three types to group. Okay, pair, pair means we'll check for adjacent. Suppose if there exists a one value that is high, okay, check for adjacent one more one. Now pair eliminates one variable. By this pairing we can eliminate one variable. Okay, pair means check for two adjacent ones, it eliminates one variable. Next, quad. Coming to quad, okay, adjacent four ones, quad is four ones. Okay, this eliminates two variables. Same as octet, group for 8 adjacent ones. This eliminates 3 variables. How we'll see. Considering an example, okay, that is y is equal to f of a, b, c, d is equal to summation m of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 8, consider 8, 10, okay, 11, 13. Considering this example, now we'll see how to do this grouping, that is pair, quad and octet. Now 4 variable map, draw the 4 variable map. Okay, consider okay. Now place the terms, that is here 0 means the output terms 1. Output for these terms will be 1. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, 8, okay, consider this example, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next 8 is, there is no 8, so place 0. 9, place 1. Okay, 10, there is no 10, so place 0. 11 position, 11 term cell number. Okay, 1, 11 is there, 1. Next 12, consider 12, so 12 is 1. 13, 0. Okay, come to 14, here again 1, 14 is there. Next 0. Now we'll see how to do pairing, quad and octet. First check for adjacent ones. Here there are two ones adjacent, so we can make a pair. Okay, but actually instead of pairing, first we need to search for a maximum variable grouping. So actually This is called rolling. This corner value, two adjacent ones, will be grouped with that corner. So this becomes a quad. So by this it eliminates two variables instead of pairing. Okay. Next one. Here 8 adjacent values. So directly we can make octet. Octet eliminates 3 variables. No need to bother that these two values already grouped. If there exists any other grouping which eliminates the variables, we can group that. Okay. Now remaining here 1 and 1. Actually you can do this is again rolling. By using rolling technique, this one and this one becomes a pair. But instead of doing that, if we roll these two with these two values, it will become a quad. So it eliminates two variables. See, if there is a possibility of doing any other octet, then it is okay. But there is no possibility, so we are doing this as a quad. Okay, so all the ones were covered. This is how to make a grouping: pair, quad, octet. First check for possibility octet. If it is not existing, go for a quad. If again it is not possible, go for pair. If this pair is also not possible, leave it as alone and write the minimized expression. Now y is equal to minimized expression. See here, this octet here, the variable which is changing is eliminated from this. Okay, b bar is changing to b, so it is eliminated. Only we can consider a bar. Okay, this side all the two variables are changing. See here, c bar is changing to c, as well d is changing to d bar. Okay, so all this four combination, that is 4 cell variable changing. So two variables were changing. So these two variables were eliminated. So only a bar, consider a bar. Next, coming to this quad. Okay, here b is constant, a is changing. So take b, and from this end and this end check the terms, that is variable c bar is changing to c, d bar is constant. So consider which is constant, d bar. Okay, so this quad eliminated two variables. Here three variables were eliminated. Now check these two. From this and this, here b bar is constant, a is changing. So consider b bar. And from these two, c bar changing to c. So eliminate c, only d is constant. This is the final minimized expression of SOP by using K-map. While doing this grouping, we need to consider three points. That is, first one is rolling. Rolling. That means you can roll this side, this side, this side, this side, as well corners. If suppose there exists 1 here and 0 here, for example, okay, you can roll like this the four corners. By this we can get a quad. This is also one of the technique. This is rolling, one point. And the next one is overlapping. See, already we have done overlapping. This square, it is overlapped, and here also one more overlapping. But because of these two ones and this ones, there is no other possibility of doing any pairing. So this is said to be overlapping. If this is already done, a grouping, then no need to do again as a octet or a quad. Okay, this is nothing but overlapping. And the third one is Eliminating redundant group. That means, for example, here one more possibility is existing, that is you can do like this and form it as a quad. See here, already this one and this one is grouped with the quad as well octet. And same as here, this one and this one is already, this one is grouped with quad and this one is grouped with octet. That means this is redundancy. So no need to make again one more quad. Only one time doing is enough. This is what eliminating redundant group. These are the three things we need to consider while doing the grouping. Using this K-map technique, here some of the limitations, that is, if suppose the number of variables go on increasing, the simplification process again it increases. This is one of the limitation. Now we'll see one more example to solve POS. Okay, take an expression, that is y is equal to f of a b c d is equal to pi m of 0, 2, 3, 8, 12, 14, 15 with don't care. That is, don't care is 1, 4, 5, 11. Consider this example. Here, what we need to do is, okay, don't care means wherever it is necessary, you can place it as 1. Okay, here actually this is pi, that is POS. So, place it 0. When you come to SOP, you need to place ones because we are grouping ones, but when coming to POS, group zeros. Zeros were grouped. Okay, we'll see the example. First, write the map. Okay, here plus and reverse a bar b bar. So as it is a bar, so b bar will we need to place here bar bar and a. Next cd cd c. Okay, same plus we need to use. Okay, and here d bar c bar d bar c bar. Now as it is, you place the, that is here wherever there exists a term, there in cell numbers you need to place zeros. Okay, here 0, so place 0. There is no 1, leave it as it is. Next to 2, this is 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, there is no 4, 5, no 5, 6, no 6, 7, no, 8, it is there, so place 0, 9, no, 10, no, 11, 12 is there, okay, 12, so place 0, 13, no 13, 14, yes 14 is there, so place 0, and 15, place 0. Okay, 14, 15. This is how to place the, that is POS, pi of. Okay, next into pi of, this is don't care. 1, 4, 5, 11. Okay, don't care. So 0, 1, don't care. Okay, 2, 3, 4, don't care. 5, don't care. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, don't care. Okay, remaining you just place once. Now in POS method we need to group zeros. Please remember that you need to group zeros. Now If there exist as adjacent zeros, okay, go on grouping. Here actually, see here, 0 adjacent, there is no 0, okay, but you can consider any don't care as 0 and you can group it as a quad, but there is a possibility of grouping these as a quad. So we are considering this don't care as 0 and grouping this as a quad. Okay, next, coming to here, there is two zeros plus again one don't care. So again you consider this as a 0 and group it as a quad, because instead of pairing, if you do quad, it eliminates two variables. More simplified expression. Next again, here don't care is there but 0 is not existing. So there is no possibility of making a quad. So make a pair. Okay, this now the expression becomes y is equal to, see here this four columns, so two variables will be eliminated, these two will be constant, so c plus d into, here all will be changing, two variables eliminate, only a plus b constant. Next, coming to this pair, okay, here a bar plus b bar both will consider, plus from this, okay, d is changing, so eliminate and c bar will be considered. So this is the final POS minimized expression.